Hello everyone and welcome to the Dish's non-denominational holiday special. Here at the Dish, all are welcome, no matter what you believe in, even if you don't believe in anything. In fact, most of our writing staff believe in nothing. That's why we work in entertainment news. Welcome to the gift that keeps on giving, the Dish! For all you political buffs still not over the election results, boy, do we have a Hanukkah present for you. The Newsweek Special Edition Madam President Recall Copy. Make yourself a tall cup of spiked eggnog and flip through Big Hill's long and arduous journey to the top. However, sources say that these copies are sheer humbug. Topics Media Lab, a New York specialty publisher, produces specialty editions for various media companies, including Newsweek. Copies are still available on eBay for those optimistic souls awaiting a historical electoral college vote. Stand by, friends. Hanukkah miracles do happen. As 2017 inches closer, maybe not close enough, Time magazine revs up for the Time Person of the Year. After a shortlist including Donald Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, Hillary Clinton, Simone Biles, and Beyoncé was released, it was finally revealed that Donald Trump will be Time's Person of the Year. Really? We couldn't have just given Hill this one? Ah well, ain't that just the way. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have announced the birth of their second child. The two welcomed baby boy Dimitri Portwood November 30th. It warmed us enough that our favorite TV couple got both coupled up and knocked up in the first place. But to add another cook to the kitchen, Mazel Tov, Jackie and Kelso, Mazel Tov. Creepy clown update. CNN has now released a map of creepy clown sightings across the nation. According to sources, the epidemic is getting even more out of hand, with sightings increasing in major cities, particularly in the northeastern area. Come January, frozen clowns may join alongside our founding fathers within our very own Boston Common. I was really hoping that we wouldn't have to report on clown sightings again this show, but hey, 2016 never fails to astound and surprise us, and horrify us. You know what else is horrifying? Capitalism. We'll be right back after this commercial break, and the gentle laborer shall no longer suffer.
Lauren, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to host Good Morning Emerson, of course.
Good Morning Emerson? What's that?
It's the best morning show ever that's on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m.
Wow, how can I work on this?
Yeah, let's get going. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
Welcome back to the Dish non-denominational holiday special. Get cozy, grab some cocoa, and enjoy these movie stories from our film correspondent, Augie Vandeveer.
Thanks, Aaron. Back up, Cursed Child. There's a new vaguely Harry Potter-related spin-off in town. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them continues to prove that anything can be a hit as long as it's connected to the boy who lived in even the most basic ways. The film follows the adventures of Newt Scamander, the fictional author of a fictional textbook owned by Harry Potter, a fictional character. You know it's not fictional? The $500 million the film has earned at the box office. With 4 more movies yet to come, it appears Warner Brothers really knows franchise beasts and where to find them. Speaking of box office dominations, Disney's Moana also premiered this past weekend and made $183.5 million in ticket sales. Moana is an amazing movie with an amazing kick-ass princess who can talk to the ocean. Since Disney's last princess movie was all about ice, I guess the animators wanted to try their luck at moving water this time around. The film also features original music by Lin-Manuel Miranda because just when you think that guy can't get any more lovable and talented, he goes and writes music for a Disney movie. Do you all remember those glorious few months when Pokemon Go was a thing? Well, a lot of people in Hollywood do, and they're hoping we all still care. Over the summer, Legendary Pictures announced their plan to make a live-action Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu. And it's recently been revealed that Rob Letterman will direct the film. Letterman is most known for directing films such as Shark Tale, Monsters vs. Aliens, and the most recent Goosebumps movie. It's still undetermined whether or not Danny DeVito will be the voice of Pikachu for the film, which is apparently something the internet wanted back in April. 2016 was weird, guys. In the spirit of adapting childhood staples into blockbuster movies, Amy Schumer is set to star in the upcoming live-action Barbie movie. The plot centers around Schumer's Barbie leaving Barbie Land and trying to adjust to life in the real world. If this plot sounds familiar, it's because Tyra Banks and Lindsay Lohan starred in literally the same movie back in the 90s called Life-Sized. But whatever, Tyra, if you can't come back for the new season of America's Next Top Model, I'm not going to push my luck for a Life-Sized 2. I'll settle with Amy Schumer and Plastic Heels. The film is set to be released this summer of 2018. Trolls, the new musical comedy starring Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, based on the line of nudist dolls with big hair from the 90s, isn't that good. But we here at The Dish are here to talk you through your initial shock and help you understand how such a brilliant idea was dashed against the rocks. The plot centers around the timeless conflict between trolls and Bergens. Don't know what Bergens are? They're the ones in the film that actually look like trolls, while the trolls look like malformed Sour Patch Kids. The Bergens, obviously an allegory for postmodern secular Western society, want to consume to be happy, except the consumption thing is very literal. The first scene of the movie is a baby Bergen getting all hyped up to eat a baby troll. You see, the only way for a Bergen to feel happiness is to eat a troll. But the poor Bergen finds that the troll is replaced with fake plastic dolls. Oh, I just got that. So the trolls escaped through some tunnels. They didn't bother digging the first few decades of ritualistic sacrifice because, well, maybe back then they didn't need any of their good singers. So they go settle in a section of the woods with really sweet acoustics. They're discovered, of course, and some are captured, which leaves happy Anna Kendrick troll Poppy and grumpy Timberlake troll Branches to save the day. So there's the basic kid movie cliches, makeover scene, sexual innuendo, betrayal of trust by a vaguely British character, more sexual innuendo, an auto-tuned troll that projectile defecates glitter bombs, and of course, singing every single scene. Oh, how those little trolls love to sing. Somebody says the word everybody, and they sing a song about everybody. A character asks for silence, and they break into an acoustic rendition of Sound of Silence while swamp beasts sing along. The film ends with Bergens being taught how to be happy through song and dance, but at that point, you'll be so dead inside bored that you'll have no idea why anyone could feel any joy anymore. 2 out of 10. The 2 because it wasn't Pan. Oh wait, this movie just made me think of Pan. 0 out of 10. And that's my review. Back to you, Aaron.
Thanks, Augie. Please welcome TV correspondent and noted Jewish person Nathaniel Rosenberg and theater correspondent Abby Creighton for our roundtable discussion on lack of Jewish specials in the media. All right. So really this issue kind of goes beyond just holiday specials. It's a representation of Hanukkah in the media at all. Could you speak a little bit of your experience as a Jewish person?
Yes. Oh man, growing up as a child, it was hard. All of my friends talked about their favorite SpongeBob Christmas specials or whatever. I had the Rugrats Christmas special, the Rugrats Hanukkah special, and that was it. And the Rugrats still did Christmas, so I'd even have my own special thing. I wouldn't be so bitter about Christmas specials if I had my own Hanukkah specials as well.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point that you make because there is such a lack of representation. So I was thinking that as a group, we could brainstorm some new titles maybe to inspire Hollywood to start producing some more Hanukkah-themed Hanukkah specials.
Yeah. Enough of Christmas specials.
Yeah.
We need to
Such
maybe
as-
rename some of them.
Yeah, I think let's start.
Yeah.
A few good menorah.
There you go.
Good one. Latka Actually.
Latka Actually.
Love Actually. Yeah.
What about Hanukkah Solo and Chewbacca? You know,
That's
like
pretty
that.
good,
Like,
actually.
yeah.
That would be great. But it's still Star Wars, right?
Yeah, still the same.
The movie's called Star Wars, but Jewish.
But Jewish.
My personal favorite is L'Chaim Legend.
L'Chaim Legend, that's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Judge Dreidel.
Judge Dreidel, that's pretty good.
The Year Without a Santa Claus, but it's the same movie.
Same
Yeah, you don't
movie.
even have
do
to change
anything.
it.
It's the same
Pretty good.
thing. I love that.
Okay, so instead of 16 candles, 8 candles, or 2 menorahs. You could
Yeah.
call
That's
either
pretty
title
good.
works.
Yeah.
16 candles, subcaption, 16 candles is
yeah.
in 2 menorahs.
Yeah, that's
Except
perfect.
the menorah has 9 candles, but if you don't count the middle
Well,
one,
okay.
then
You're getting
then-
too technical for
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Christians can't do math.
8 candles. There we go. 8 candles.
Doesn't that?
Now it works. Doesn't 8 candles.
There we go.
8 candles.
There it is.
You know, and more than that though, like, I feel like Jewish children, as a half Jewish household,
Yes.
I came from, I feel like Jewish children don't have a Hanukkah mascot that they
so
have to look up to.
true,
You know, like
yeah.
Christian kids have Santa Claus, they have the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, they get 2 of them.
Yeah, they get so many. And honestly, I feel like anything could. If we're gonna let the Tooth Fairy and like the Easter Bunny, those are ridiculous. The Great Pumpkin, if you celebrate that, I feel like
Celebrate the
There's a
great pumpkin.
giant pumpkin.
I feel like anything can go at this point. So, what do you think about like the need for mascots for Jewish?
I agree. You know,
Yeah.
my family was so desperate for a mascot. You know, with my friends all having Santa, me having nothing. My parents told me that there was this guy named Hanukkah Harry who gave me presents, and they would like hide presents. Like Hanukkah Harry came and delivered presents, and it wasn't until a few years later that I discovered that the SNL sketch with John Lovitz called Hanukkah Harry, and that was what that was based on. So I had like an SNL character delivering me presents.
I'm sure that was like a terrible moment for you when you first figured that out. And you know, I was also thinking that maybe we could call Drake's agent and have like Drake the Dreidel and have like a rapping like.
I think he would be into it.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
And if he can't do it, then we could always get Dr. Dreidel.
See,
we
that one's
go.
better. That's why you're here, because I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have come up with that.
It's my single talent.
Okay, well there you go. So what about like Hanukkah songs?
Yeah, there
You
are
know?
a lot of them.
We got Adam Sandler, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's actually a Pandora Hanukkah station that I found with my mom when I was home for Thanksgiving. Because we
That's
were,
incredible.
it was fantastic. We like were on it for just a little bit, and I had never heard any of these songs before. Obviously, they weren't like mainstream, but they were just like a bunch of like upbeat, like vaguely Jewish sounding songs.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean,
That's great because there are so many Christmas songs and literally nobody knows any Hanukkah songs.
Yeah.
Part of why that is that Hanukkah like isn't as important of a holiday to Jews as Christmas is.
that's true.
It's
And-
just some holiday that falls at the same time as Christmas.
Yeah, it's really funny, and like Christians kind of romanticize Hanukkah because
Yeah.
it's at the same time as Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, like living in like America basically is like Christmas because you get presents.
Right.
But it's not like with Christmas you have like, oh, God was born. This Jesus was born. I don't, it's, you know. And we just had candles that worked really well.
Right, there you go. Or these things.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think these Hanukkah specials should probably be produced ASAP, and they are sure to be hits. Now we're going to throw it over to our music correspondent, Maddie Crichton, who has some hot takes on the Grammys for us. What's the deal, Maddie?
Thank you, Aaron. The 59th Annual Grammy Awards just released their nominations this past Wednesday, and unsurprisingly, Beyoncé is leading the nominations with 9 in total, all being nods for her album Lemonade. This just goes to show that your husband cheating on you can lead to great success, and more on that later, though. Another notable leading artist in nominations for the Grammys is Kanye West, who has 8 total nominations, including 2 in the category of Best Rap Song for his tracks Ultralight Beam and Famous. Has recently been hospitalized for a mental breakdown following the robbery of his wife Kim Kardashian in Paris, France. Though the rapper is now out of the hospital, he's still working on recovering and getting stable so he can once again get back to the music. From all of us here at The Dish, we hope that you can bounce back from this harder, better, faster, stronger. On Sunday, November 20th, during the American Music Awards, the band Green Day slammed President-elect Donald Trump in their song Bang Bang. During the song, lead singer Billy Joe Armstrong chanted, "No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA." Though the band may not be the biggest fans of Trump, Trump tweeted back in 2010 that he had seen the Broadway show American Idiot, that's based off Green Day's music, and said it was an amazing theatrical experience. We can't wait to see how he'll change his opinion in a series of toddler-esque tweets. And the famous Victoria's Secret fashion show happened this past Monday, December 5th on ABC. The fashion show is known to have many famous singers perform as models walk down the runway, and this year's lineup included The Weeknd. This choice was especially controversial considering the singer's ex-girlfriend Bella Hadid walked the show. To make matters worse, Bella actually walked down the runway while The Weeknd was performing. Talk about a way to show off your revenge body, not only to your ex-boyfriend, but also the entire nation. And back to the Grammy Awards, they released their nominations on Tuesday, and usually I have a large rant to go on as a result, but this year there were very few surprises. While on the whole 2016 sucked, it did give us some pretty good music, and by that I mean it gave us Lemonade, which is enough to get us through anything. Queen Bee leads the nomination with 9 chances to grab gold, and if she wins 8 of them, she will have more Grammys than any female artist of all time. So now, Adele, I have to address you. You're nominated against Beyonce a lot here, and I really, really like you, I do. But if you ruin this for Beyonce, I will have no room for forgiveness. This has clearly been a rough year for her, and the least we can do is shower her with Grammy Awards. And while most of the list is predictable, there are a handful of snubs. I personally am offended that Shawn Mendes isn't nominated for Best New Artist, but that's not the award everyone cares about. Everyone really wants to know, where's Frank Ocean? Neither Blonde nor Endless scored anything, but Ocean wasn't actually snubbed. He just didn't bother to submit his albums to be considered. Now, did he intentionally choose not to take part in a culture that incentivizes art with trophies, or did he just procrastinate and forget to submit them like I do with half my essays on Canvas? Who knows, but we definitely won't be seeing Ocean get anything this year. That's all I have for reviews. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Maddie. While we're sad about not seeing Frank Ocean at the Grammys, we're just happy to have him back. Well, I have to go answer the door to the stuffed Tufty Studios for some non-denominational holiday carolers, so we'll be right back. See you soon.
Lauren, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to host Good Morning Emerson, of course.
Good Morning Emerson? What's that?
It's the best morning show ever that's on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m.
Wow, how can I work on this?
Yeah, let's get going. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
Welcome back to The Dish. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the only thing frightful in here is our TV correspondent, Nathaniel Rosenberg. Take it away, Nathaniel.
Great. Thanks, Aaron. All right, so Netflix has rolled out a plan to introduce offline viewing to its service. Users can now download shows to their mobile devices to watch at their leisure. While not every show will be available for offline viewing due to licensing issues, most Netflix originals will be available. Netflix has said in the past that the solution is not offline streaming, but rather improved video streaming over cellular data. What gave them this change of heart? Who knows, but I'd be willing to bet my monthly subscription that it has something to do with the fact that Amazon has been doing this for over a year. But who's to say? Speaking of Netflix, they recently put out the Gilmore Girls revival, which has been in the works for some time now. Following a nearly 9-year gap after what many dubbed a disappointing 7th season, the show made its return on November 25th to the delight of fans everywhere. Basically, the whole cast is back, with Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel reprising their roles of Lorelai and Rory Gilmore. If you have been waiting for more of the Gilmore Girls for years, or have never watched a single episode, there is no better time than now to visit Stars Hollow. And in even more Netflix news, Netflix dropped a surprise trailer for their upcoming series of Unfortunate Events adaptation. The new trailer, while shorter than the first one, shows a lot more of that gritty, gothic aesthetic that made the books as horrifically wonderful as they were. And Neil Patrick Harris's Count Olaf continues to kick Jim Carrey's 2004 performances, but the series premieres on Netflix Friday, January 13th. Spooky. The Golden Globe season is swiftly coming upon us, which means more celebrities receiving awards and another film boy in your class complaining about who was snubbed this year. It's gonna be Westworld. While the nominations have not yet been announced, there was a lot of great content put out this year that is sure to receive some nominations. Game of Thrones and The Americans and Better Call Saul, exceptionally strong seasons, but we may see some newcomers such as Stranger Things and, hopefully, Westworld. Nominations will be released on Monday, December 12th, and the show will be hosted by Jimmy Fallon. And if you're worried about his ability to host, you can at least relish in the fact that there is no way it'll be more disappointing than his cover of You'll Be Back. Now, listen. All right, I have a bone to pick, Aaron. I have people in my life who I thought were my friends, but how could they really be my friends if they won't just log on to HBO Go and watch goddamn Westworld? I don't know how many times I need to say this. I'm trying to help you here. Now that the entire first season is available to stream, you have no excuse for watching this incredible gem of a show. Anthony Hopkins is in it. Okay, here's the plot. Westworld is about a park populated entirely by, listen to this, robot cowboys. Robot Cowboys, a masterful blend of Western and sci-fi. I know that premise sounds a little silly, but this show is made by Jonathan Nolan, the same guy who wrote The Dark Knight and made everyone suddenly take Batman seriously. This Robot Cowboy show makes some of the most intelligent arguments about consciousness and free will, and I've lost sleep over how smart it is. Oh my God. Oh, and the cast. Anthony Hopkins, James Marsden, Evan Rachel Wood, Ed Harris, one of the McPoyle twins. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins is literally in this. Forget about any other show I told you to watch ever. Just forget about it, watch Westworld instead. And honestly, going into the finale, I was like, man, okay, they have a lot to wrap up. I don't know if they can, but they do! And the finale, by the way, heavily implied that going forward, there will be samurai robots. I'm so goddamn pumped! Oh man, okay, I'm gonna go throw up and scream because there won't be Westworld, there won't be a new episode of Westworld until 2018. Back to you, Aaron. Watch Westworld, please. Okay, back to you, Aaron. Westworld.
Thanks, Nathaniel. I feel like you're trying to tell me something, but it's not entirely clear. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close our show with theater correspondent Abby Creighton, who's gonna fill us in on what's new on the stage. Go ahead, Abby.
Thanks, Aaron. Would it be the dish without at least one Hamilton story? I guess we'll never know, because Lin-Manuel Miranda dropped the Hamilton mixtape late last week, and the entire theater world lost its collective freaking mind with a range of artists from The Roots to Chance the Rapper to Alicia Keys to Kelly Clarkson. The tape encompasses a variety of sounds that make any hip-hop aficionado and any theater kid dance for joy. And shout out to Watsky, who's repping Emerson College on the mixtape. Intermixed with the new takes on original songs are the actual OG demo versions of a few of the songs, which really gives a glimpse into the thought process of Miranda. If you haven't checked it out yet, hurry up. Don't throw away your shot at a new favorite album. Speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, because who else is relevant in theater news, he recently teamed up with God Among Men Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to create Millennials the Musical, a coming-of-age satirical adventure. The show starts out with Crystal, the main character, who is singing about how much she loves Starbucks and SoulCycle classes and her Bumble date.
Suddenly, she loses her phone. She can't go on. The story follows her quest to find her pocket-sized computer, all while checking off as many millennial boxes as they can. If you can make it through the entire 14-minute musical, congrats, you'll have wasted 14 minutes of your life. NBC's live version of Hairspray the Broadway musical debuted Wednesday night. Audiences all over the nation tuned in, all thinking the same thing. Will this version top the 2011 movie? The answer? Absolutely not. With a cast including Ariana Grande playing Penny, Harvey Fierstein as Edna Turnblad, and Dove Cameron as Amber Von Tussle, it's amazing that they still managed to create a version with so many flaws. This rendition was proof to the fact that just because a cast is famous doesn't mean they can put on a good show. Thank God for Kristen Chenoweth as Velma Von Tussle and Jennifer Hudson as Motormouth Maybelle, the only reason the show didn't completely flop. Now on to a review. The Emerson College Dance Company, known as EDC, put on an incredible show entitled Retrospect right before Thanksgiving break. It was on another level good. Even the promo video deserves a shout out. There was slow motion and flower, and really what else could you want from a dance company? There was everything from jazz to tap to hip hop and lyrical. I was definitely way more mad at my parents for taking me out of dance classes when I was 4 after the show. But really, the really incredible thing about EDC is that they take dancers of all levels. You would never be able to tell. Everyone a part of this company seemed like they had been dancing for years. Everyone is welcome, and part of the real magic of EDC is their ability to pull everyone together. Also, the music was on point. They prove everyone can dance, and with Hairspray Live that also premiered this week, it seemed to be a popular theme. That's all for theater. This week, back to you, Aaron.
Thank you, Abby. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this very special non-denominational holiday edition of The Dish. This is our last episode of the season, and I'd like to say thank you from all of us. We hope you had as much fun as we did this season, and maybe even learned something. We hope your holidays are filled with peace, love, and joy. Fingers crossed that 2017 won't bring upon the actual apocalypse, but hey, at least it'd be an interesting change of pace. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful holiday.